got into racing because I was born into it. My father trained horses for many decades. My grandfather trained race horses, so it's something that I was into right away. I had no other choice but to be in horse racing from day one. No matter where I go, no matter what racetrack I show up at, and it doesn't matter if it's here in the States or, say, over in Dubai, there's somebody that I know that is part of that extended family, and that to me is what makes being in this sport so great. My favorite bet has to be 5 across the board. 5 to win, place, and show. Cover all your bases. You can take a swing with a bigger priced horse. If they hit the board, you can make most of your money back. If they win, you're cashing big. My favorite moment has to be American Pharoah winning the Triple Crown, because I'd been there in the past when there'd been failed Triple Crown attempts, and just finally seeing something that we thought maybe we would never see in our lifetime was such a release of just emotions and being a chance to be there, and such a celebration for the sport of horse racing.
Welcome to the postseason. We have made it. Check done. It's Super Wild Card Weekend, and yes, you are in the right place. We've got 6 playoff games ahead of us this weekend, and we are breaking down every single one of them. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I'm joined by the best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So yes, now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to place that bet a little later in the show. It's easy, it's legal, it is fun. You're in the right place. Let's get these games started, guys. We're starting with a look at the Saturday schedule. 3 games on tap. The 7th-seeded Colts and the 2-seed Bills kick off the early game. That's 1:05 Eastern Time from Buffalo. And that is where we begin the show. Dave Weaver, Andrew Filipponi, the Bills have won 9 out of their last 10 games. And quarterback Josh Allen has absolutely played his way into the MVP conversation. Top 5 in yards, touchdowns, completion percentage, and quarterback rating as well. And then you look at the Colts. Rookie running back Jonathan Taylor finished 3rd in the league in rushing with 1,169 yards. What a season for him. By the way, 253 of those came last week against Jacksonville. So yeah, he's running a little high. Colts getting 6.5 in this matchup. Dave, who do you like here?
Well, there's no doubt that Buffalo is absolutely hot. They've covered their last 3 games by 20 or more points. But guess what, Lisa? That was the regular season. This is the playoffs. The Bills are a franchise that haven't made it out of the wild card round since 1995. This is a lot of pressure for Josh Allen. And you look at his playoff game last year, it was not good. He had a good regular season, first game of the playoffs, 22 incompletions, couldn't get the ball into the end zone. Then you have Phillip Rivers. Look, he's had a lot of experience in the playoffs, never been Super Bowl bound, but this is a team that I think can go deep into the playoffs with the win starting here against Buffalo. Pony, I'm going with the experienced quarterback here. I'll take Phillip Rivers over Josh Allen.
I think it's the worst possible first-round matchup for the Bills. I think they were hoping for the Browns or the Dolphins. I'm with you. I like Indy here. Down the stretch, the only 2 teams that ran the ball better than the Colts were the Titans and the Ravens. And we know about those teams, Derrick Henry, and what Baltimore does with their versatile rushing attack. Here's the problem for Buffalo. Of the teams that qualified for the playoffs, they have the worst run defense of anyone. That's all 14 teams. That takes into account 8-8 Chicago on the other side. So as long as Indy doesn't have early turnovers and get themselves in a hole, you better believe they're going to cover that spread. And Lisa, I give them a chance to be a moneyline moneymaker in this game.
There it is, that plus 240. You know how I like to play these things. Thank you, guys. Let's get to the second game. The second game on the Saturday slate takes us to Seattle, my favorite city in the country. The 3-seeded Seahawks hosting the 6-seeded Rams. Kickoff 4:40 Eastern Time. And, guys, these games are always so good. Maybe low scoring, but, hey, division rivals here split their season series, each winning on their home fields. The Rams defense absolutely dominated this year, ranking 1st in yards and points allowed, amongst other categories as well. I could keep going. They will try to slow down these wide receivers. You got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, one of the best receiving duos in the league right now. Metcalf set a team record for yards, just over 1,300. Then you look at Lockett, set a team record with 95 receptions. Ed Egros, I'm coming to you here. The Seahawks are giving 3.5. Can they cover that? And by the way, Cooper Kupp has been activated from the COVID reserve list.
I think the first thing that we need to do when breaking down this game is look at Russell Wilson and figure out what happened to him at the start of the season, what happened to him at the second half of the season. Through the first 9 weeks of this year, no quarterback was playing better than Wilson. His EPA CPOE composite score in non-garbage time was .209. Again, best in the NFL, but through weeks 10 through 17, he was 18th with a score of .079. Part of his average depth of target per throw. Wilson's distance was 8.9 air yards per throw in the first half of the year, then it went down to 8.4 air yards. I know that's only half a yard, but it adds up quickly. Defenses were taking away the middle of the field, led to incompletions and sacks. Since then, Wilson has made some necessary adjustments, especially in the last couple of games. Getting Tyler Lockett more involved will help, especially in that Niners game. I'm expecting something more from the start of the year than now from Russell Wilson. There are also too many questions at quarterback for LA for my liking. I think Seattle can cover those.
I'm going to focus, Ed, on Seattle's defense from the beginning of the year until now. The first 6 games, 470 yards, 79 yards given up per game. Atrocious. Their last 6 games, 290 yards. I mean, that's almost a 200-yard difference as far as the way that their defense has been stopping other teams. They have gotten so much better. Great timing, right? Taking a good defense into the playoffs. And just a couple of weeks ago, the Rams, with the division on the line, were able to put up 9 points against this Seahawks defense. I think the Rams offense is in really struggling right now, sputtering. I don't think they're going to be able to put up enough points to cover against the Seahawks. I also like Seattle.
All right, great stuff, Dave. And I'm going to actually add to that, by the way, the total for that game, 42.5. Consider taking the under. These games are always low scoring, and to Dave's point, Rams offense sputtering just a bit. All right, guys, now to the late game here on Saturday night. Another NFC matchup ahead of us. 5-seed Tampa Bay at 4-seed Washington. This game gets going at 8:15 Eastern time. Pony and Ed, Bucks quarterback Tom Brady prepped for the playoffs by, averaging 379 yards per game over his last 3, throwing 10 touchdowns, just 1 interception in that stretch. Here he is walking into his 12th straight postseason. He knows what he's doing, guys, but he will face a Washington defense that gave up just 192 yards passing per game. That's second best in the NFL this season. The Washington football team is considering rotating quarterbacks. I know you guys are going to get into that because of Alex Smith's calf strain here. They're getting 7.5 as home dogs. Can they cover that with that uncertainty under center, Pony?
Oh, absolutely. This is not a great look. Those numbers about Tom Brady are awfully gaudy. They look impressive down the stretch, but consider who he did it against. We're talking about the Detroit Lions, the Atlanta Falcons. He loaded up on baked goods, cupcakes, and easy opponents down the stretch. Washington, you touched on it, Lisa. They're 4th in scoring defense. The closest thing we saw this year for Brady, a defense that looked like Washington, the closest thing he saw to that was the Rams. And they lost that game at home 27-24, a team with an elite defense and a very mediocre offense. Very similar matchup here. Tampa Bay will win, but I think that's a big number. 7.5, you get the hook. Take the Washington football team.
Pony, there's no one out there I'd rather debate this game with than you, because I'm going with Tampa Bay here. I love Tom Brady. I think this is a great matchup here. My number is actually 9.5, so you may need to snag this line before it's too late. I know it might fluctuate a little bit depending upon how Mike Evans looks getting closer to kickoff, but even with potential COVID concerns defensively for Tampa Bay, I think the biggest lesson from those last few games, yeah, they were against cupcake opponents, but consider this. Tom Brady was distributing the football really, really well, including with Antonio Brown. The fact that he has so many targets he's comfortable with makes me believe that Tom Brady is clicking on all cylinders, and I like the 9.5 as far as my models are concerned, so I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Ned, you bring up a good point. Get this line before it moves because it was 8.5. It might keep going your way there. All right, guys, that is a look at all of the Saturday games on the schedule right now. And FanDuel is giving new users a huge odds boost. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity here. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account When you make your first deposit, you'll unlock an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. That's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Now let's get to the guy that sets all of those lines at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey, John Sheeran. How are you today, bud? Are you seeing any betting trends for Saturday that's making you a little bit nervous about your position? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, the lines are going to be pretty solid, and we haven't seen any pro money at all for the first week in the entire season, Lisa. So that gives us a lot of confidence that the lines are pretty accurate. We'll see some small moves, obviously some key injury news still to come as we get closer. But in general, the lines are pretty solid. In terms of betting trends, undoubtedly, I think Tampa Bay are going to be our key result on Saturday. All the parlays that will be placed will be running into the Buccaneers on the spread as well. And we've seen so far at 7.5, about 85% of the money for Tampa Bay. I agree with the guys around concerns around Tampa Bay's offense, and the Washington defense have been incredible this season. But I'm really worried about Washington's offense here. I think, if Tampa Bay score 8 points in the game, there's still a chance they'll cover 7.5. So I don't expect us to get a result here. I do expect the line to move towards Tampa Bay, so I would advise people, if they do like the Buccaneers, to take the 7.5 now.
All right, great perspective, Sharon. We'll see you again in just a little bit. Right now, it's time to hand out some maybe imaginary hardware and congratulate our FanDuel winner from last week, Ed Egros. You used a calculated strategy here. No surprise, pulled out another win to defend your title, and look at that headshot. Yes, I see you. You hit on the Packers covering, but missed on the Jets to beat the Patriots right there, straight up. And then also your big money winner, though, you bet the Titans and Texans over with your remaining 98 virtual dollars. Cha-ching! You made nearly $89 on your $100 bet. How about that return on investment, huh, Ed? Ed, I'll see you in just a second. You get to defend your crown in just a moment. But first, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. Megan Nunez is with us this week. You may know her as Megan Making Money on Twitter. Here's how this game works. Our bettors get 100 virtual dollars to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for Saturday's games. Megan, you are up. Good luck. Where are you putting that money?
I'm back and I'm ready to win this thing. My first bet is a $60 spread bet on the Bills. Since the Bills got beaten back in November by that Hail Murray and the Cardinals, they have been on an absolute tear, beating teams by 10 points or more. I see this momentum carrying over into their playoff game and see them easily covering the spread. Next, I'm taking the Washington football team money line for $10. Hopefully, Chase Young really does want Tom Brady. Lastly, I'm taking a total, and it's going to be the under on the Seahawks and Rams game, and that will be $30. Best of luck, guys. Y'all are going to need it.
I did also say under 42.5 for that game. There you have it. Megan going with 60 virtual dollars on the Bills, giving points, putting $10 on Washington to win outright, and again, those $30 on the Rams Seahawks under right now 42.5. We'll see how those play out. All right, Dave Pony and defending champion Ed, same drill for you guys here. 100 virtual dollars. You have that money. You have to bet one spread, one money line, one total here just for these Saturday games. Dave, let's go through your picks. What you got?
Well, not that much different than Megan, except for Washington. I don't really trust them to win this game, but they're going to be my best bet on the spread. So I'm going to take $50 and put it on Washington, taking the 7.5 points, and that's going to be my best bet of the weekend on Saturday. My money line bet is actually going to be against her, though. I like the Colts to win this game. I think they can go into Buffalo and get the job done. So a $20 win bet on the money line at plus 240. And we agree. The under of the weekend, it's the lowest total, 42.5, but Rams and Seattle should be a ping-pong type of game going back and forth, punting a lot in this game. So $30 on the under for me in that game.
I'm going to start by taking half of my money, Lisa, and putting it on Seattle here against L.A. Spread bet on a defense that has come alive here. They have held opponents to only 10 points per game over their last 4 going into the playoffs. So that's giving me a really good read on Seattle right now, -4. Money line, can I change? Is it too late? I'm also taking the Colts, but now that I heard Weaver is all over them, I'm a little bit less inclined to make that bet. I'm only going to put $20 on Indy money line. And then for my over-under, I'm going to go under on Washington and Tampa Bay because of the Washington quarterback issues that we've talked about today.
So again, maximum volatility because I want to win. So we're going to do $98 on the Bills covering. Buffalo, third highest DPA per play on the year. Colts are 10th. They do not have a deep game. I think Buffalo could win in a blowout. If the $1 in the Buccaneers money line, no value there, what the heck. And then I like the over, actually, for my last dollar on Tampa Bay, Washington. Yes, there are some injury concerns, especially a quarterback for Washington, but I do trust that receiving core. They figured it out in terms of throwing it to running backs, and I still think whoever's back there behind center can still get the job done.
All right, great stuff, guys. Spread money line and totals. You can place those bets right now. You can do it on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Hey, tailor guys or make your own bets. They're there for you right now. And remember, new users, download the app, get yourself your account. Use that promo code MOREWAYS1000. When you plug that in, you're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Again, we're going to place those bets a little later in the show. All right, time now to talk daily fantasy and how you can turn just about $4 into $300,000. Yes, this is it right here. So let's play. Enter the FanDuel Saturday Million contest right now on FanDuel.com and on the app. Our job, of course, on this show is to help you win that money. So we're hooking you up with the best value plays for your lineup here. FanDuel editor-in-chief JJ Zacharyson in-house with his favorite plays for Saturday. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, one player I like a lot for the Saturday slate is John Brown, who's $5,700. We finally saw Brown back in action in Week 17. He hadn't played since Week 10. He came through with 4 catches, 72 yards and a touchdown. In each of his last 3 games, he's now had at least 72 yards receiving. This Buffalo Bills team has the highest implied team total of any team this weekend, and we know that Brown is capable of making a big play given his history and given the fact that he has a higher than average depth of target this year. He's facing an Indianapolis team that was completely average at stopping wide receivers this season when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed, so I think that Brown's a solid play at $5,700. As is another wide receiver with the last name Brown, and that's Antonio Brown. Mike Evans is banged up. That could open up more opportunity for Brown, who's played as the number 3 option in that Bucs offense since coming back. But AB saw an absolutely absurd 37% target share last week with Mike Evans out of that game. And even if he gets like 60% of that, he'll see a reasonable amount of volume to pay off that $6,500 price tag. Now, the matchup is not great. Washington's defense was 3rd best at defending wide receivers when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed this year, but it's a small 3-game slate. You won't have ideal matchups. Brown is a good value given the volume that he should see in this matchup. And then finally, there's Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's averaged a 72% running back rush share per game to go along with a 9% target share over his last 6 games. He's turned that into elite production. He's been performing like a top 5 running back. Now, there is some downside here. I do worry a little bit that the Colts could see a negative game script, and if that's the case, they may go to Nyheim Hines a little bit more than Jonathan Taylor. But even still, given the smaller slate, given the matchup too, they should have to run the ball against the Bills if they want to win. I like Jonathan Taylor at $8,800.
Awesome, JJ. Enjoy the games this weekend, and make sure to follow JJ at Late Round QB on Twitter and enter for your shot to win $300,000 in the Saturday Million contest on FanDuel.com and, of course, on the app. Only about $4 to enter, and there is a prize pool of $1.5 million this week. FanDuel.com and the FanDuel app. All right, back to our Super Wild Card Weekend game breakdowns now. 3 on the Saturday slate, check, done. So we're moving on the show. 3 Sunday games to go, so let's get right to those right now. Here's a look at the Sunday schedule. First game kicks off 1:05 Eastern Time, and that's 5th seed Baltimore at 4 seed Tennessee. So let's get right into this game breakdown. This is a rematch of their Week 11 game. The Ravens beat the Titans 30-24 in overtime. It was an exciting, awesome, fun game. Expect a lot of focus on the ground game in this one. When you look at the best rushing teams in the NFL, the Ravens rank first. The Titans ranked second, with Derrick Henry finishing the year with 2,027 rushing yards. Dave, that's best in the league. The Ravens are a road favorite here, giving 3. Dave, which side are you backing in this one?
Oh, I'm backing the Ravens and big time here. Their offense really is clicking right now. This is the team that nobody wants to face right now in the playoffs. 37.2 points over their last 5 games. Remember, Tennessee beat them last year in the playoffs. This is a huge game for Baltimore to go into Tennessee this time around and turn the tables. John Harbaugh has taken his team on the road. Since 2012, they've covered every single time in the road playoff games. So this is a spot where they're very familiar with going in and getting the job done. You know, Lamar Jackson back at an MVP level. I think the Ravens blow them out.
Great stuff, Dave. Ravens 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 there. I wanted to finish that graphic right there. We'll get right to that. Next time we see Dave, but I'm moving on. Next game on the Sunday schedule sees the 8-8 Bears headed to the Big Easy, taking on the 12-4 Saints. And this game is huge. Chicago running back David Montgomery has stepped up his game, scoring 8 touchdowns in the last 6 weeks. He had 2 total touchdowns in the 9 games he played before that. Just a little something to chew on there. As for the Saints, they're playing well in New Orleans, even without fans in their stands, averaging 31.6 points at home. That's tied for best in the NFC. And Saints are 9.5-point favorites. Can they cover?
I absolutely think they can cover, and that's in large part because I think we are still inflating the value of Mitchell Trubisky. I made this point last week, and I'm going to make the point again. When you look at the winning streak, the defenses that Trubisky faced in terms of EPA per play out of 32 teams ranked 30th, 21st, and 31st. Then he faced a top 7 defense in Green Bay, and nothing happened. The Saints are even better. 5th best at negative .013. Janoris Jenkins, Marcus Williams, they anchor a tough secondary. Offensively, the Saints could be completely healthy. Before this year, Michael Thomas finished in the top 2 in receiving first downs each of the last 3 years. So when healthy, he is elite, and he makes Drew Brees elite. And that's why my number's at 10.5. Who dat?
Who dat? Awesome. Thank you, Ed. We get a gift of a game on Sunday night, so let's get right to it here. 2 division rivals facing off in Pittsburgh. Of course, we've got the Browns and the Steelers. The 3-seed Steelers lost 4 of their last 5 to end the season after starting 11-0, including that loss in Cleveland last week. Of course, several key players were out resting in that one, including Big Ben. Those players are now back. Pony, the Browns are without head coach Kevin Stefanski, multiple coaches and players also testing positive for COVID. This is their first postseason since 2002. I think the Browns are sitting there saying, why can't we have nice things? They go into this one without those players and their coaches. And can the Steelers cover the spread here in this one at 6?
They better. Football gods hate the Browns. I mean, let's just call it what it is. They don't have their head coach. Their best offensive lineman now, Joel Bitonio, is out. He is a guy that anchors one of the best rushing attacks in the entire NFL. It starts up front in the trenches, and now you get Cam Hayward and TJ Watt back in. They didn't play in week 17. That's an all-pro and probably the defensive player of the year. Lisa, it would be an embarrassment if the Steelers don't cover this line. They preach how important head coaches, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, 3 in 50 years, and now they're facing a team without one. They should blow out the Browns, beat them big.
Yeah, you see they're only averaging 20 points per game over their last 3 games. We see where that's trending. Okay, team, that's a look at the Sunday matchups. We previewed the Saturday games earlier in the show, so you now have picks for every wild card game coming at us. So now you can head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bet. And you guys, check this out. New users take advantage of a huge odds boost. It's right there on your screen. Just sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you'll unlock this odds boost 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. Okay, John Sheeran, I'm coming right back to you. Get a lot of questions each and every week. Bettors wanting to know which teams are seeing the most action right now. What are you seeing for this weekend's games? Who's getting the most action?
Lisa, it's the Buffalo Bills. 88% of the money on the spread has been for Buffalo. Everybody's buying into it. I'd rather talk about the most surprising one, though, and that's definitely the Chicago Bears. I'm seeing only a ratio of about 2-1 for the New Orleans Saints at 9.5. I would have expected to see a way higher ratio of money for New Orleans. The Bears offense just a complete struggling going in against the Saints defense, and that for me is the most surprising one. Interesting at 9.5. Our numbers only make it 8.5, but a lot of the market's at 10, despite all that money for Chicago. So that's an interesting one to watch between now and kickoff on Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. Great perspective as always. Always appreciate you. Several players who could be taking the field this week will be returning from injury, including Rams quarterback Jared Goff, who missed last week, recovering from that thumb surgery. Pro Football Doc David Chow has more on these players and how their injuries could impact their play on Wild Card Weekend.
All right, let's talk about some key injuries for Saturday's wildcard round. In the first game, the big question mark is Cole Beasley. Can he return to play with his knee issue for the Buffalo Bills? And I think he has a reasonable chance to return and contribute, and Buffalo is among the healthier teams in these playoffs. In the second game, the question mark is Jared Goff and his thumb. I think he can return to play and will return to play this week. He had surgery on the thumb, but even before the surgery, he finished the Week 16 matchup without tape or a splint on the thumb. And the question mark is, will there be any rust throwing to Cooper Kupp, who's coming off of COVID protocol himself, so no practice. And finally, Mike Evans, I think, is unlikely to play. He avoided an ACL tear, but with a bone bruise and swelling, even if he does suit up, he may not be effective. So I think Tampa's going to have to look to Chris Godwin and perhaps new acquisition Antonio Brown to get it done against the Washington football team.
Okay, thanks, Doc. Hey, I'm feeling the futures vibe right now, so let's see if you guys can make some winning futures bets here. Before these guys give their picks, a reminder, new users on the FanDuel Sportsbook app get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Use the promo code right there. Big bold letters, more ways, 1,000 when signing up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. All right, guys, take that $1,000 risk-free bet. Give me your best value conference winner. Dave, who you got on this futures bet?
Well, you know, the Packers have the bye, but I think the Saints are good enough to go in there and end up winning the NFC. So at plus 270, 280 now, I'm going to put $1,000 on the Saints.
The Steelers are the best value, and I'm not saying that because I'm a homer, Lisa. They're 10-1. You got Ben Roethlisberger rested. They had no bye week, and they've got the best defense in the AFC.
Your value is in the AFC because the Chiefs seem to be a foregone conclusion. The Titans, though, have the fourth best offense in football, and yet they're plus 1,600. Give me Tennessee.
There you have it. Hey, guys at home, take their advice. They've been doing it all year long. We've been asking them to place their futures bet from the very beginning of the season. Check it out. Got to give them some props.
I don't think there's any chance that they get 6 wins, let alone 7.
Very overrated team. The bet's going under.
Le'Veon Bell under 6.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns.
There's a shift here in the guard with Ridley maybe getting the lion's share of the reception from Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go under on Jones.
Allen Robinson over 999.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to take them to win the AFC North.
Here's a situation where I love the player, but don't love the number. I do not have Zach Ertz getting to 924.5 receiving yards.
Future bet on the Bears to make the playoffs.
The Tennessee Titans, they can win the AFC South.
Bet the Washington football team to win this division.
I like to call that little segment, I told you so. Look at all those cha-chings. How'd you guys feel? You guys don't get a lot of time to brag on yourselves, so I thought, we take the time to do it ourselves. Pony, hit some winners. How'd you feel?
We didn't have enough time to show all the bets we got wrong, I think is my takeaway from that montage. It's only a half-hour show.
Dave?
Pony, what do you mean you're not a homer? You pick the Steelers on every single segment, so forget about that.
Hey, where were your Falcons futures in there?
Ed, you hit some?
Dan, where are those Falcons futures? And then, of course, you abandon the Browns, and then they make the playoffs.
There it is. All right, you guys. Happy Super Wildcard Weekend to everybody. Thanks to our experts, and thanks to you for watching. Enjoy kickoffs, and good luck with your bets.
TVG Saturday, Older horses duel at a mile in the Grade 3 Tropical Turf. Graded stakes action on a winning card of racing from Gulfstream Park. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post 12:05 Eastern, 9:05 Pacific.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, rushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerry Radcliffe, Yobi Dunderphone. On adjuge sur Envy Magneur. On adjuge sur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge 975 000 euros.
TVG Saturday. Winter Racing turns up the heat with a 6-furlong sprint. Fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Las Ciénegas Stakes from the Great Race Place. Catch it Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30.
What's up, bettors, and welcome to day 2 of Super Wildcard Weekend. We are here, and I'm excited you're with us. 3 more games on the schedule, and yes, you are in the right place. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I am your host, Lisa Kerney, and of course, as always, I am joined by the best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. See how that works? Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to place this a little later in the show as well. It's easy, it's legal, it's so much fun. So let's get this party started and let's get right to these games. 3 matchups ahead of us. First kickoff, 1:05 Eastern time from Tennessee. You got the 4-seed Titans hosting the 5th-seeded Ravens. Guys, this is a rematch of their Week 11 game. The Ravens beat the Titans in that one 30-24 in overtime. It was it was a thriller. It was awesome. Expect a lot of focus in this one on the ground game as well. When you look at the 2 best rushing teams in the league, you've got the Ravens ranking first. You've got the Titans at second. Derrick Henry finishing the year with 2,027 rushing yards. That is best in the league. Dave, the Ravens are a road favorite here, giving 3. Which side are you backing?
Well, this is also a rematch of last year's playoffs where Baltimore got knocked out by Tennessee in Baltimore. This is different. This time they're going to Tennessee. That's been a good thing for John Harbaugh's team. They've covered every single time in a road playoff game, all the way dating back to 2012. I think they roll the Titans in this game. Lamar Jackson back at an MVP caliber. Mark Andrews is going to find the end zone a couple of times. J.K. Dobbins got a full season underneath him now. And Gus Edwards has really been the star, kind of that backup running back. He's had an awesome 5-week span. So I'm going to punch a one-way ticket to Blowout City. I think the Titans get crushed here. I love Baltimore.
Well, that's why, Dave, I think the alternate spread options at FanDuel are so appealing that I would take it from -3 and maybe move it up to like a touchdown for Baltimore. I'm with you. I think Week 11 is irrelevant. It might as well have happened 5 years ago. I think it has no bearing on this game because these are 2 completely different teams right now. What happened in last year's playoffs doesn't matter. Look at Tennessee's defense the last 3 weeks. They give up 41 to Cleveland, 40 to Green Bay, 38 last week to Houston. That is the weakest link in this game. The Titans can't stop a nosebleed, and for that reason, the Ravens will score a ton of points, and they'll get a lead, and that takes Derrick Henry out of the game. Too much on Ryan Tannehill's plate. Baltimore, I'm with Dave. I hate to say it. It's a blowout.
Hate to say it. Maybe the -184 is also a good play if you're that confident there on the money line. Guys, next game on the Sunday schedule sees the 8-8 Chicago Bears headed to the Big Easy to take on the 12-4 Saints. Chicago running back David Montgomery, what a season, man. Stepped up his game really late on, scoring 8 touchdowns in his last 6 weeks. He had 2 total touchdowns in the 9 games before that. As for the Saints, they're playing very well in New Orleans despite having no fans in the stands here. They're averaging 31.6 points at home. That's tied for best in the NFC. Ed, Saints are 9.5-point favorites in this one. That's a big line. Can they cover that?
It's a big line, and it might even be bigger had that playoff thing not happened to New Orleans last year. I think the market may actually be factoring that in a little bit, but I love New Orleans in this spot. I made this point last week. I'm going to make this point again. When Mitchell Trubisky was on his winning streak late in the season, he was facing some below-average defenses. In terms of EPA per play out of 32 teams, those defenses ranked 30th, 21st, and 31st. Then he faced Green Bay, a top 7 defense, and he did absolutely nothing. And now he's going to face a Saints defense that's even better. Fifth best at negative .013, anchored by Janoris Jenkins and Marcus Williams in that secondary. Now, offensively, I get Drew Brees maybe a little bit over the hill, but when he has Michael Thomas, things click. He finished in the top 2 in receiving first downs each of the last 3 years. When healthy, he's elite. Drew Brees is elite. My number is 10.5. Who dat? Give me the Saints.
Yes, Professor Egros, I attended your class last week when I picked the Bears against the Packers, and you told me don't do it, and I learned. So my bullet point here is going to point out that the Bears are not good against winning teams. They're good against losing teams, but they're 1-4 against the spread the last 5 times they've played a team with the winning record, and the Saints have an excellent record. And Mitchell Trubisky, lifetime against the Saints in 2 starts, 0-2, just over 200 yards passing in those 2 games on average. That's not going to cut it. The Saints get the job done. I'm going to call it 37-17.
Giving you the final score, 37-17. Might as well go over that 47.5. All right, we get a gift of a game on Sunday night. Let's get into this one, guys. 2 division rivals facing off in Pittsburgh. The 3-seed Steelers lost 4 out of their last 5 to end the season after starting the season 11-0. Pony, I'm sure you're rolling your eyes right now. Did have that loss in Cleveland last week, but of course several key Steelers players were resting, including Ben Roethlisberger. So they are all back this week. The 6-seeded Browns playing in the franchise's first postseason since 2002. But guys, can they not have nice things? Pony, the Browns are without head coach Kevin Stefanski, multiple assistant coaches and players due to COVID-19. You're the sports radio voice there in Pittsburgh. You know both of these teams very well. Can the Steelers cover that 6-point line?
Yeah, fun fact, Lisa, a team has never in the NFL playoffs covered a spread without its head coach. Not a single time. And that's the challenge the Cleveland Browns are facing without Kevin Stefanski. I remember what they were with an incompetent coach last year, Freddie Kitchens. They were terrible. They were a 6-10 outfit. Also, inexperienced quarterbacks in the playoffs. Not a good thing. Last 40 times a quarterback has made his first start in the playoffs outright, 10-30. They lose 3 out of every 4 games. So the Browns are really up against it. My question, Ed, John Sheeran, what are you doing with this line? The Browns don't have an offensive line coach. They don't have Olivier Vernon on defense. They don't have their number 1 corner. How is this only a 6-point spread? It's almost too good to be true, Ed. I love the Steelers.
Pony, shh. Keep your voice down, do an alternate spread, make more money that way. That's probably what I'm going to do with this one as well. I absolutely love Pittsburgh. Absolutely terrible matchup for Cleveland. Look no further than the last couple of games. I believe Pittsburgh was roughly an 8-point dog in that one. They only lost by 2 with a backup quarterback. That's incredible. Not a better defense in America than the one that belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's caused Baker Mayfield a lot of problems in several meetings. I don't trust Ben Roethlisberger over the course of 4 playoff games, but I absolutely love him in this one. Steelers covered big time.
And of course, the guy that you don't want to hear you talking about that, Ed, is going to join us in just a moment. But that's a look at all of the Sunday games on the schedule. And hey guys, FanDuel is giving new users a huge odds boost. You definitely want to take advantage of this. Check it out. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. It is the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, so I teased it. Let's get him in here. The guy that sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook, the odds maker himself, John Sheeran. Hello, John. Hey, are you seeing any trends for these Sunday games that have you a little bit nervous about your position you're taking right now?
I guess it should be the Steelers after getting called out by the two geniuses that have just been on before me, Lisa. I think from our perspective, I think the most dangerous game is absolutely going to be the Bears and the Saints. Our numbers can only get this to 8.5. We've had to move it up to 9.5. But I've been really surprised by the money that I've seen for Chicago. It's only about a 2-to-1 ratio in favor of New Orleans. But I think this is a really good spot for the Saints, like the guys touched on. Since Breeze has been back and after the embarrassment that was the Eagles, the Saints have covered all 3 games pretty easily against the spread. And I think the recent Bear improvement has come from David Montgomery and Trubisky and the running the ball on the ground. Since that Eagle game, the Saints have really buttoned that up, though. They haven't given over 79 yards to any rusher in those 3 games, and that includes Dalvin Cook, albeit the game script didn't suit him ideally in that one. I think this happens again. We see, the failures of the Bears offense. I think we see the Saints cover relatively easy despite it being a big number, Lisa. So that's the one that concerns us most.
All right. Thanks for that insight, Sharon. Thank you again. We'll see you in a little bit. Right now, you guys want to turn our attention to some hardware we got to hand out. It's imaginary, but still, it's a congratulations to our FanDuel winner from last week. Ed Egros, you used a calculated strategy. No surprise here. Pulled out another win to defend your title. And can I just say, what a nice headshot. You hit on the Packers covering, missed on the Jets to beat the Patriots straight up. You only bet $1 virtual dollar on each of those. Your big money winner, though, Ed, you bet the Titans and Texans over with your remaining 98 virtual dollars. Cha-ching. You made nearly $89 on your $100 bet. How about that return on investment, Ed? Ed's going to get to defend his crown in just a moment. But first, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. Megan Nunez is with us this week. You may know her on Twitter as Megan Making Money. Here's how this competition works. Our bettors get 100 virtual dollars to place one bet on a spread, money line, and total for the Sunday games. Megan is up first. Good luck. Tell us how you're betting that money.
Happy Sunday to everyone but my competition. My first bet today is going to be the Ravens spread for $50. Ever since Lamar Jackson has come back after having COVID, him and this team have really linked up. They've kept the ball moving, and not to mention that Titans defense looks like a block of Swiss cheese. Secondly, I'm taking the Browns money line for $20. It's a narrative that I love and can't get away from, and think that the dog pound pulls it out here. Lastly, for $30, I'll take the Saints and Bears under. Let's have a Sunday.
All right, there you have it. Megan putting 50 virtual dollars on the Ravens, giving the points there. 20 on the Browns to win it outright. I think our guys have something to say about that. 30 on the Bears, Saints under as well. We're going to see how those bets play out. All right, Dave, Pony, and defending champion Ed. Same drill for you guys here. 100 virtual dollars. You have that money. You have to bet one spread, one money line, and one total for the Sunday games. Dave, let's get through your picks here. Do you have the Browns on the money line?
I do, believe it or not. The reason that spread is only 6 ponies because the Steelers stink. That's why. I'm going to start with the Ravens, also like Megan. I'm going to take -3 and bet $50. I was starting to think that we were going to have the same thing all the way down the line. 50 to win on the Ravens for me and Megan. 20 on the Browns on the money line for Megan and myself. But we go flip-flop on the total in the Saints-Bears game. She's going to go under. I go over. I think this game goes over because of the Saints offense more so than what the Bears are going to bring to the table. But that's the differentiator in our selections right there. I'll take the over.
I'm with Lisa. I don't even really want Ed's picks. I think I want him to just tell us about the graphic, the picture of himself. That was unbelievable. No facial hair there for Ed.
Right, amazing.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with all Bears Saints here. I like Chicago spread. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the points here, believe it or not. I'm waiting for Drew Brees to have a big game since he's come back here. He was terrible against Kansas City. The Panthers turned it over 5 times. This is a pretty good defense, so I think the number is too high. I'm going to take a small shot, $20 on the Bears money line. Value there. Don't love it, but I like it. and then I'm going to have the game going under. That's the only way Chicago really stays in the game. The game script has to be low scoring, so I'll do that for $30.
I think that headshot was from about 8 years ago, and a few things have changed since then. Why not find something from today? I'm sitting right here, guys. Right here. Just take a snapshot, something. Maximum volatility, that's how I play because I'm playing to win. $1 on the Saints covering. Do not let last year's playoff exit fool you. Saints are going to blow out Chicago. And then I have $1 on the Steelers money line. They know how to beat Cleveland, so no big deal there. And then my last $98 are going to go in the Ravens-Titans over. No team has hit more overs this season than the Tennessee Titans. They're also the third fastest situation-neutral pace of play for Football Outsiders. They also don't have a defense to contain Lamar Jackson. Expect a lot of points in that one.
All right, no, we have a really unique opportunity here, Ed. Did you actually submit this photo, or did we scour the internet to find it and just really glorify this moment? Like, where did this come from?
How many pages of search engine did you have to go through to find that one? That's not even.
And I love your facial expression. I don't know what you're trying to say there with that look, but there's something to it. I don't know what it is exactly.
I think it was, don't ever use this headshot of me. That's what the expression was, and sure enough.
We all have a bad one. It's a gift that we got to find yours, so thank you, Ed, for that moment.
That's right.
All right, you guys. There you go. Time now to talk daily fantasy as we turn our attention to this. How you can turn just about $4 into $300,000. Pretty good ROI. We talked about return on investment earlier in the show. If you play this thing right, it's going to be good. Enter the FanDuel Sunday Million Contest right now on FanDuel.com and on the app as well. Of course, our job on the show is to help you win all that money. So we're hooking you up with the best plays for your lineup. FanDuel Editor-in-Chief JJ Zacharyson is in-house with his favorite plays for this Sunday wild card games. Hey, JJ.
I really like the Baltimore Ravens to score a lot of points this weekend against Tennessee, and that starts with Marquise Brown, who's $6,300 on this slate. After a really slow start to the season where Brown's peripheral numbers didn't really match his production, they finally started matching his production. He finished the year top 20 in air yards, and he's averaged almost a 35% target share per game over his last 6 contests. The Ravens have the second highest implied team total this weekend, and it's the highest on this Sunday slate. And it's because they're facing arguably the worst defense in the playoffs, which is Tennessee. So I want pieces of this Ravens offense, and an obvious place to start is with Marquise Hollywood Brown. And then you could also go to J.K. Dobbins, who's $6,800. The Ravens really started to lean on Dobbins down the stretch. He saw over half the team's running back rushes across his final 9 games, including 11 or more carries in all but one of those contests. Now, there is some downside with his receiving because the Ravens don't utilize their running backs that much out of the backfield. And they're also a pretty run-first team. But like I said with Marquise Brown, the Ravens have a high implied team total. This game in general could be high scoring, and Tennessee gave up the 6th most adjusted fantasy points to running backs during the regular season, so I like J.K. Dobbins. And then finally, Allen Robinson. He didn't have a strong outing last week against Green Bay, but that's also one of the tougher matchups in the league for a top wide receiver. This week, Chicago's a big underdog. Because of that, they should be throwing the ball more than usual. That means more volume, and Allen Robinson has seen over 25% of Chicago's targets this season. So I think Robinson should see a lot of volume in this matchup, making him a good play at $7,200.
Thank you, JJ. Thanks for those plays, and also enjoy the games this weekend on Sunday. Follow JJ on Twitter at LateRoundQB and use JJ's information for a shot at winning $300,000 in the Sunday Million Contest. It's right now on FanDuel.com. And again, only about $4 to enter with a prize pool of $1.5 million. You can find it at FanDuel.com and on the FanDuel app. All right, back to sports betting now. We previewed all of today's wild card games earlier in the show, but did you know you can double, triple, quadruple dip, keep going in the same game? Yep, it's called Same Game Parlay. You can make that parlay bet right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. In fact, we're going to do a little of that ourselves. The bet is self-explanatory. Same Game Parlay lets you dramatically increase your payout when you combine wagers for the same game. So let's rock this thing out, guys. Dave, give us a winning Same Game Parlay for these Sunday games. What game do you like?
I love the Baltimore game, and I love them to win big. I think they score on every single touch. So I'm going to take them on the four-way margin for them to win by at least 14 points. I think they blow out the Titans. And I'm going to take the over on the alternate all the way up to 62.5. So if they win 43-20, which they're going to do, we're getting 10-1 on this parlay now all of a sudden.
All right, Dave, I'm going to Steelers-Browns, or the Dave Weaver Bowl. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to cover 6. I think that's an easy component or aspect of this. I'm going to take the Steelers to go over 27.5 points. They scored 22 with Mason Rudolph at quarterback last week against Cleveland. Now Big Ben is back. I think they go under their own total. But I think the game goes under because the Browns offense doesn't have a play caller. Kevin Stefanski calls their plays. We know he's out for this game. So you put those three things together, you get a nice juicy payout.
Let's go back to the Titans-Ravens game, and if you're going to do the sensible thing, you're going to take the Titans to win from 1 to 13 points, but I'm also expecting a lot on the scoreboard in this one. Home total points over 25.5, away total points second half over 13.5, $50 bet scores more than 340.
Awesome stuff, guys. You can tail one of our guys, or hey, build your own same game parlay. You can do it right now in the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just click on the game that you like, click on that same game parlay tab, watch your odds increase. Hey, be creative, have fun like our guys. Pick a game that you like and just have at it. And hey, FanDuel's offering a special promotion if you place a same game parlay that's at least 3 legs. And the odds are plus 200 or longer. Take a look. If you lose exactly 1 leg of that bet, FanDuel will give you up to $25 in site credit, so make sure you take advantage of this special promotion for these Sunday games, and you can do it today. All right, good stuff, guys. John Sheeran coming right back to you. Get a lot of questions each and every week of the season. Bettors really wanting to know what teams are taking the most action, so you're the guy to tell us that. What's the answer?
Well, the guys have told you already, Lisa. It's all about the Steelers. -6, 85% of the money's been for Pittsburgh. Obviously, COVID, the big concern for the Cleveland Browns. But I think everybody's forgetting the struggles offensively that the Steelers have had. Bar that comeback win where they looked dead and buried against Indianapolis, they didn't manage to score 20 points in the 4 previous games. And even the 2 games before that they did score more than 20 points came against teams like the Bengals, for example. So I still think the Steelers offense has got something to prove, and I think 6 is a relatively big number, but it hasn't stopped anybody in your studio or any of the public either.
I'm writing that down. Relatively big number, but our guys are laughing at that line. So we will see how that plays out here on Sunday. All right, Sharon, thank you, and great perspective as always. Appreciate you. As you know, injuries are always a factor at this point in the season. Pro Football Doc David Chow joins us now with information on the health of these teams as we roll into Sunday and these teams that are taking the field for today's games. Hi, Doc.
All right, for Sunday's 3 wildcard games, the first matchup is the Ravens against the Titans. And playoff teams are usually the healthy ones. The Ravens and Titans, despite losing their left tackles early in the season, are both relatively healthy. In the second matchup, there's a little bit of inequity. The Saints actually, contrary to popular opinion, are among the healthier teams. They will get Michael Thomas back and effective. Alvin Kamara makes it under the wire for the COVID protocol. And Sheldon Rankins returns, so they should be fairly healthy. And the Bears are among the more banged-up teams. Their newest injury is to key inside linebacker Roquan Smith, who dislocated his elbow by video, and I don't think will make it for this game. In the finale Sunday night, Browns versus Steelers, COVID is the concern, where the Browns have lost a couple of players to COVID. But more importantly, their practice facilities will be closed most of the week, so no time to install new plays and new schemes against the Steelers team, where they had to show all their plays to win in Week 17 to get into the playoffs. So uphill battle for the Browns.
All right, thank you, Doc. So now you have the injury information. You also heard the guys' picks against the spread earlier in the show. But can any underdog pull off the upset? I'm always all about the plus money. You guys know that. An easy way to get that return is by betting the dogs on the money line. So, guys, give me a team that you think is on upset alert here on Sunday. Dave, you first.
I don't understand the infatuation with the Steelers. They've lost 4 out of 5, and the game that they won was gift wrapped by the Zebras. They gave the Steelers every PI call, and when the Colts needed one, they wouldn't throw the flag. They should have lost that game, too. The Browns win this game. Give me the Browns on the money line.
Dave, you sound like a guy that had the Colts in that game. But anyways, I'm going to take the Bears. And the Saints better be on upset alert. They lost this game last year to the Vikings, to the last team into the playoffs. They've lost to a 7-9 Seahawks team under Drew Brees and Sean Payton. You know, Mitch Trubisky, I know, laugh at him all you want. 0-2 against the Packers, 6-1 against everyone else. I think the Bears have a shot.
I'm taking the Titans here. Play action game for Ryan Tannehill has been absolutely stellar. A.J. Brown might be the best receiver as far as running in routes. Corey Davis shouldn't have a case of the drops like he did last week. Anthony Ferguson, Jonnu Smith are underrated tight ends. I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
All right, something for everybody on today's slate. Thank you, guys. And all right, gamblers, head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app to take a look at the odds for each matchup here on Sunday. See if there's a money line bet that you like. Remember, picking an underdog to win outright means plus money. We can all use a little bit of that. All right, cashing in on a futures bet you made before the season started usually pays plus money as well. All the way back in the preseason, we started asking our guys for some futures bets they thought would hit and pay big. Oh, they don't get a lot of time on this show to brag about themselves, so we're going to do it for them. This is a segment called I Told You So.
I don't think there's any chance that they get 6 wins, let alone 7.
Very overrated team. The bet's going under.
Le'Veon Bell under 6.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns.
There's a shift here in the guard with Ridley maybe getting the lion's share of the reception from Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go under on Jones.
Allen Robinson over 999.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to take them to win the AFC North.
Here's a situation where I love the player but don't love the number. I do not have Zach Ertz getting to 924.5 receiving yards.
Future bet on the Bears to make the playoffs.
The Tennessee Titans, they can win the AFC South.
Bet the Washington football team to win this division.
Yes, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm throwing my pen. I'm throwing things around. Money's being made all over the place. Dave, any picks you're most proud of? I like that last one.
Yeah, my Vic Fangio head coach of the year. That would definitely be the one. Not. We left that one out.
Yes, thank you. Pony, you had to choose Pittsburgh, didn't you, to win the division?
Well, I picked up on a trend. I think I made all my best picks while I was on vacation. You could see my vacation house in the background, and I was barely sober on that trip. So maybe I should have adopted that strategy on shows that followed. That might be the reason why I don't have more picks that went well this year.
Yeah. You know what? FanDuel will send you back on vacation. Just go post up. You're nice and relaxed. Ed, you hit on a couple of player props. Nice job. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The unders are always tricky because you have to, do that fine line between like not being insulting and, saying nice complimentary things while also making money out of the deal.
Yeah, those guys are sensitive. Let me tell you. All right, you guys, let's move on here. I'm feeling the futures vibe. Great stuff by you guys in the preseason and as we rolled throughout. So let's see if you can continue to make some more money on these futures bets. Before these guys give their picks, a reminder for you, new users. On the FanDuel Sportsbook app, get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Just use that promo code right there on your screen to spend there the whole show. More ways, 1,000 when you sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. Guys, take that $1,000 risk-free bet right now. Give me your best value conference winner. Dave, coming right back to you first. Who you got?
Well, to win the AFC, the Ravens are going to have to do it all on the road, but that's been a good thing. They can do that. They have the defense to beat the Chiefs. They obviously have a high rolling offense right now. Give me plus 600 on the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl.
I like the Steelers at 10-1. They've got the best defense in the AFC, much better than Buffalo. We know that. And the Chiefs would struggle down the stretch. I think the Steelers have a shot.
Tennessee Titans made a run last year. They can do it again. It was 16-1 odds. I love that payout.
Ed, you are welcome to my Super Bowl party when we congratulate the Chiefs. Pony and Dave, you've got a little bit of work to do my friends. All right, guys, make sure to sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account right now to place your bets. Remember, use that promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. Again, it's easy, it's legal, it is live right now. You just take your winnings if you hit and get your money back if you don't. It is the best mulligan in the business. And that'll do it for us. Happy Super Wild Card Weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us and watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Enjoy these Sunday games, and good luck with your...
TVG Saturday. Older horses duel at a mile in the Grade 3 Tropical Turf. Graded stakes action on a winning card of racing from Gulfstream Park. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post 12:05 Eastern, 9:05 Pacific.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 800-345-5943. That's 800-345-5943.
TVG Saturday. Winter Racing turns up the heat with a 6-furlong sprint. Fillies and Mares in the Grade 3 Los Cienega Stakes from the Great Race Place. Catch it Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
What up, bettors? Welcome to the postseason. We have made it. Check done. It's Super Wild Card Weekend, and yes, you are in the right place. We've got 6 playoff games ahead of us this weekend, and we are breaking down every single one of them. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, I'm joined by the best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So yes, now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to place that bet a little later in the show. It's easy, it's legal, it is fun. You're in the right place. Let's get these games started, guys. We're starting with a look at the Saturday schedule. 3 games on tap. The 7th-seeded Colts and the 2-seed Bills kick off the early game. That's 1:05 Eastern Time from Buffalo. And that is where we begin the show. Dave Weaver, Andrew Filipponi, the Bills have won 9 out of their last 10 games. And quarterback Josh Allen has absolutely played his way into the MVP conversation. Top 5 in yards, touchdowns, completion percentage, and quarterback rating as well. And then you look at the Colts. Rookie running back Jonathan Taylor finished 3rd in the league in rushing with 1,169 yards. What a season for him. By the way, 253 of those came last week against Jacksonville. So yeah, he's running a little high. Colts getting 6.5 in this matchup. Dave, who do you like here?
Well, there's no doubt that Buffalo is absolutely hot. They've covered their last 3 games by 20 or more points. But guess what, Lisa? That was the regular season. This is the playoffs. The Bills are a franchise that haven't made it out of the wild card round since 1995. This is a lot of pressure for Josh Allen. And you look at his playoff game last year, it was not good. He had a good regular season, first game of the playoffs, 22 incompletions, couldn't get the ball into the end zone. Then you have Phillip Rivers. Look, he's had a lot of experience in the playoffs, never been Super Bowl bound, but this is a team that I think can go deep into the playoffs with the win starting here against Buffalo. Pony, I'm going with the experienced quarterback here. I'll take Phillip Rivers over Josh Allen.
I think it's the worst possible first-round matchup for the Bills. I think they were hoping for the Browns or the Dolphins. I'm with you. I like Indy here. Down the stretch, the only 2 teams that ran the ball better than the Colts were the Titans and the Ravens. And we know about those teams, Derrick Henry, and what Baltimore does with their versatile rushing attack. Here's the problem for Buffalo. Of the teams that qualified for the playoffs, they have the worst run defense of anyone. That's all 14 teams. That takes into account 8-8 Chicago on the other side. So as long as Indy doesn't have early turnovers and get themselves in a hole, you better believe they're going to cover that spread. And Lisa, I give them a chance to be a money line moneymaker in this game.
There it is, that plus 240. You know how I like to play these things. Thank you, guys. Let's get to the second game. The second game on the Saturday slate takes us to Seattle, my favorite city in the country. The 3-seeded Seahawks hosting the 6-seeded Rams. Kickoff 4:40 Eastern time. And, guys, these games are always so good. Maybe low scoring, but, hey, division rivals here split their season series, each winning on their home fields. The Rams defense absolutely dominated this year, ranking first in yards and points allowed, amongst other categories as well. I could keep going. They will try to slow down these wide receivers. You got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, one of the best receiving duos in the league right now. Metcalf set a team record for yards, just over 1,300. Then you look at Lockett, set a team record with 95 receptions. Ed Egros, I'm coming to you here. The Seahawks are giving 3.5. Can they cover that? And by the way, Cooper Kupp has been activated from the COVID reserve list.
I think the first thing that we need to do when breaking down this game is look at Russell Wilson and figure out what happened to him at the start of the season, what happened to him at the second half of the season. Through the first 9 weeks of this year, no quarterback was playing better than Wilson. His EPA-CPOE composite score in non-garbage time was .209. Again, best in the NFL, but through weeks 10 through 17, he was 18th with a score of .079. Part of that involves average depth of target per throw. Wilson's distance was 8.9 air yards per throw in the first half of the year. Then it went down to 8.4 air yards. I know that's only half a yard, but it adds up quickly. Defenses were taking away the middle of the field, led to incompletions and sacks. Since then, Wilson has made some necessary adjustments, especially in the last couple of games. Getting Tyler Lockett more involved will help, especially in that Niners game. I'm expecting something more from the start of the year than now from Russell Wilson. There are also too many questions at quarterback for LA for my liking. I think Seattle can cover those.
I'm going to focus, Ed, on Seattle's defense from the beginning of the year until now. The first 6 games, 470 yards, 79 yards given up per game. Atrocious. Their last 6 games, 290 yards. I mean, that's almost a 200-yard difference as far as the way that their defense has been stopping other teams. They have gotten so much better. Great timing, right? Taking a good defense into the playoffs. And just a couple of weeks ago, the Rams, with the division on the line, were able to put up 9 points against this Seahawks defense. I think the Rams offense is in really struggling right now, sputtering. I don't think they're going to be able to put up enough points to cover against the Seahawks. I also like Seattle.
All right, great stuff, Dave. And I'm going to actually add to that, by the way, the total for that game, 42.5. Consider taking the under. These games are always low scoring, and to Dave's point, Rams offense sputtering just a bit. All right, guys, now to the late game here on Saturday night. Another NFC matchup ahead of us. 5-seed Tampa Bay at 4-seed Washington. This game gets going at 8:15 Eastern time. Pony and Ed, Bucks quarterback Tom Brady prepped for the playoffs by, averaging 379 yards per game over his last 3, throwing 10 touchdowns, just 1 interception in that stretch. Here he is walking into his 12th straight postseason. He knows what he's doing, guys, but he will face a Washington defense that gave up just 192 yards passing per game. That's second best in the NFL this season. The Washington football team is considering rotating quarterbacks. I know you guys are going to get into that because of Alex Smith's calf strain here. They're getting 7.5 as home dogs. Can they cover that with that uncertainty under center, Pony?
Oh, absolutely. This is not a great look. Those numbers about Tom Brady are awfully gaudy. They look impressive down the stretch, but consider who he did it against. They're talking about the Detroit Lions, the Atlanta Falcons. He loaded up on baked goods, cupcakes, and easy opponents down the stretch. Washington, you touched on it, Lisa. They're 4th in scoring defense. The closest thing we saw this year for Brady, a defense that looked like Washington, the closest thing he saw to that was the Rams. And they lost that game at home 27-24, a team with an elite defense and a very mediocre offense. Very similar matchup here. Tampa Bay will win, but I think that's a big number. 7.5, you get the hook. Take the Washington football team.
Pony, there's no one out there I'd rather debate this game with than you, because I'm going with Tampa Bay here. I love Tom Brady. I think this is a great matchup here. My number is actually 9.5, so you may need to snag this line before it's too late. I know it might fluctuate a little bit depending upon how Mike Evans looks getting closer to kickoff, but even with potential COVID concerns defensively for Tampa Bay, I think the biggest lesson from those last few games, yeah, they were against cupcake opponents, but consider this. Tom Brady was distributing the football really, really well, including with Antonio Brown. The fact that he has so many targets he's comfortable with makes me believe that Tom Brady is clicking on all cylinders, and I like the 9.5 as far as my models are concerned, so I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Ned, you bring up a good point. Get this line before it moves, because it was 8.5. It might keep going your way there. All right, guys, that is a look at all of the Saturday games on the schedule right now. And FanDuel is giving new users a huge odds boost. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity here. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you'll unlock an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. That's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Now let's get to the guy that sets all of those lines at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hey, John Sheeran. How are you today, bud? Are you seeing any betting trends for Saturday that's making you a little bit nervous about your position? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, the lines are going to be pretty solid. We haven't seen any pro money at all for the first week in the entire season, Lisa. So that gives us a lot of confidence that the lines are pretty accurate. We'll see some small moves, obviously some key injury news still to come as we get closer. But in general, the lines are pretty solid. In terms of betting trends, undoubtedly, I think Tampa Bay are going to be our key result on Saturday. All the parlays that will be placed will be running into the Buccaneers on the spread as well. And we've seen so far at 7.5, about 85% of the money for Tampa Bay. I agree with the guys around concerns around Tampa Bay's offense, and the Washington defense have been incredible this season. But I'm really worried about Washington's offense here. I think, if Tampa Bay score 8 points in the game, there's still a chance they'll cover 7.5. So I don't expect us to get a result here. I do expect the line to move towards Tampa Bay, so I would advise people, if they do like the Buccaneers, to take the 7.5 now.
All right, great perspective, Sharon. We'll see you again in just a little bit. Right now, it's time to hand out some maybe imaginary hardware and congratulate our FanDuel winner from last week, Ed Egros. You used a calculated strategy here. No surprise, pulled out another win to defend your title, and look at that headshot. Yes, I see you. You hit on the Packers covering, but missed on the Jets to beat the Patriots right there, straight up. And then also your big money winner, though, you bet the Titans and Texans over with your remaining 98 virtual dollars. Cha-ching! You made nearly $89 on your $100 bet. How about that return on investment, huh, Ed? Ed, I'll see you in just a second. You get to defend your crown in just a moment. But first, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. Megan Nunez is with us this week. You may know her as Megan Making Money on Twitter. Here's how this game works. Our bettors get 100 virtual dollars to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for Saturday's games. Megan, you are up. Good luck. Where are you putting that money?
I'm back and I'm ready to win this thing. My first bet is a $60 spread bet on the Bills. Since the Bills got beaten back in November by that Hail Murray and the Cardinals, they have been on an absolute tear, beating teams by 10 points or more. I see this momentum carrying over into their playoff game and see them easily covering the spread. Next, I'm taking the Washington football team money line for $10. Hopefully, Chase Young really does want Tom Brady. Lastly, I'm taking a total, and it's going to be the under on the Seahawks and Rams game, and that will be $30. Best of luck, guys. Y'all are going to need it.
I did also say under 42.5 for that game. There you have it. Megan going with 60 virtual dollars on the Bills, giving points, putting $10 on Washington to win outright, and again, those $30 on the Rams Seahawks under right now 42.5. We'll see how those play out. All right, Dave, Pony, and defending champion Ed, same drill for you guys here. 100 virtual dollars. You have that money. You have to bet one spread, one money line, one total here, just for these Saturday games. Dave, let's go through your picks. What you got?
Well, not that much different than Megan, except for Washington. I don't really trust them to win this game, but they're going to be my best bet on the spread. So I'm going to take $50 and put it on Washington, taking the 7.5 points, and that's going to be my best bet of the weekend on Saturday. My money line bet is actually going to be against her, though. I like the Colts to win this game. I think they can go into Buffalo and get the job done. So a $20 win bet on the money line at plus 240. And we agree. The under of the weekend, it's the lowest total, 242.5, but Rams and Seattle should be a ping-pong type of game going back and forth, punting a lot in this game. So $30 on the under for me in that game.
I'm going to start by taking half of my money, Lisa, and putting it on Seattle here against L.A. Spread bet on a defense that has come alive here. They have held opponents to only 10 points per game over their last 4 going into the playoffs. So that's giving me a really good read on Seattle right now, -4. Money line, can I change? Is it too late? I'm also taking the Colts, but now that I heard Weber is all over them, I'm a little bit less inclined to make that bet. I'm only going to put $20 on Indy money line, and then for my over-under, I'm going to go under on Washington and Tampa Bay because of the Washington quarterback issues that we've talked about today.
So again, maximum volatility because I want to win. So we're going to do $98 on the Bills covering. Buffalo, 3rd highest DPA per play on the year. Colts are 10th. They do not have a deep game. I think Buffalo could win in a blowout. If the $1 in the Buccaneers money line, no value there, what the heck. And then I like the over, actually, for my last dollar on Tampa Bay, Washington. Yes, there are some injury concerns, especially a quarterback for Washington, but I do trust that receiving core. They figured it out in terms of throwing it to running backs, and I still think whoever's back there behind center can still get the job done.
All right, great stuff, guys. Spread, money line, and totals. You can place those bets right now. You can do it on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Hey, tailor, guys, or make your own bets. They're there for you right now. And remember, new users, download the app, get yourself your account. Use that promo code MOREWAVES1000. When you plug that in, you're going to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Again, we're going to place those bets a little later in the show. All right, time now to talk daily fantasy and how you can turn just about $4 into $300,000. Yes, this is it right here. So let's play. Enter the FanDuel Saturday Million contest right now on FanDuel.com and on the app. Our job, of course, on this show is to help you win that money. So we're hooking you up with the best value plays for your lineup here. FanDuel editor-in-chief JJ Zacharyson in-house with his favorite plays for Saturday. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Lisa, one player I like a lot for the Saturday slate is John Brown, who's $5,700. We finally saw Brown back in action in Week 17. He hadn't played since Week 10. He came through with 4 catches, 72 yards and a touchdown. In each of his last 3 games, he's now had at least 72 yards receiving. His Buffalo Bills team has the highest implied team total of any team this weekend, and we know that Brown is capable of making a big play given his history and given the fact that he has a higher than average depth of target this year. He's facing an Indianapolis team that was completely average at stopping wide receivers this season when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed, so I think that Brown's a solid play at $5,700. As is another wide receiver with the last name Brown, and that's Antonio Brown. Mike Evans is banged up. That could open up more opportunity for Brown, who's played as the number 3 option in that Bucs offense since coming back. But AB saw an absolutely absurd 37% target share last week with Mike Evans out of that game. And even if he gets like 60% of that, he'll see a reasonable amount of volume to pay off that $6,500 price tag. Now, the matchup is not great. Washington's defense was 3rd best defending wide receivers when looking at adjusted fantasy points allowed this year, but it's a small 3-game slate. You won't have ideal matchups. Brown is a good value given the volume that he should see in this matchup. And then finally, there's Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's averaged a 72% running back rush share per game to go along with a 9% target share over his last 6 games. He's turned that into elite production. He's been performing like a top 5 running back. Now, there is some downside here. I do worry a little bit that the Colts could see a negative game script, and if that's the case, they may go to Nyheim Hines a little bit more than Jonathan Taylor. But even still, given the smaller slate, given the matchup too, they should have to run the ball against the Bills if they want to win. I like Jonathan Taylor at $8,800.
Awesome, JJ. Enjoy the games this weekend, and make sure to follow JJ at Late Round QB on Twitter and enter for your shot to win $300,000 in the Saturday Million contest on FanDuel.com and, of course, on the app. Only about $4 to enter. And there is a prize pool of $1.5 million this week. FanDuel.com and the FanDuel app. All right, back to our Super Wild Card Weekend game breakdowns now. 3 on the Saturday slate, check, done. So we're moving on the show. 3 Sunday games to go, so let's get right to those right now. Here's a look at the Sunday schedule. First game kicks off 1:05 Eastern Time, and that's 5th seed Baltimore at 4 seed Tennessee. So let's get right into this game breakdown. This is a rematch of their Week 11 game. The Ravens beat the Titans 30-24 in overtime. It was an exciting, awesome, fun game. Expect a lot of focus on the ground game in this one. When you look at the best rushing teams in the NFL, the Ravens rank first. The Titans rank second, with Derrick Henry finishing the year with 2,027 rushing yards. Dave, that's best in the league. The Ravens are a road favorite here, giving 3. Dave, which side are you backing in this one?
Oh, I'm backing the Ravens and big time here. Their offense really is clicking right now. This is the team that nobody wants to face right now in the playoffs. 37.2 points over their last 5 games. Remember, Tennessee beat them last year in the playoffs. This is a huge game for Baltimore to go into Tennessee this time around and turn the tables. John Harbaugh has taken his team on the road. Since 2012, they've covered every single time in the road playoff games. So this is a spot where they're very familiar with going in and getting the job done. You know, Lamar Jackson back at an MVP level. I think the Ravens blow them out.
Great stuff, Dave. Ravens 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 there. I wanted to finish that graphic right there. We'll get right to that. Next time we see Dave, but I'm moving on. Next game on the Sunday schedule sees the 8-8 Bears headed to the Big Easy, taking on the 12-4 Saints. And this game is huge. Chicago running back David Montgomery has stepped up his game, scoring 8 touchdowns in the last 6 weeks. He had 2 total touchdowns in the 9 games he played before that. Just a little something to chew on there. As for the Saints, they're playing well in New Orleans, even without fans in their stands, averaging 31.6 points at home. That's tied for best in the NFC. And Saints are 9.5-point favorites. Can they cover?
I absolutely think they can cover, and that's in large part because I think we are still inflating the value of Mitchell Trubisky. I made this point last week, and I'm going to make the point again. When you look at the winning streak, the defenses that Trubisky faced in terms of EPA per play out of 32 teams ranked 30th, 21st, and 31st. Then he faced a top 7 defense in Green Bay, and nothing happened. The Saints are even better. 5th best at negative .013. Janoris Jenkins, Marcus Williams, they anchor a tough secondary. Offensively, the Saints could be completely healthy. Before this year, Michael Thomas finished in the top 2 in receiving first downs each of the last 3 years. So when healthy, he is elite, and he makes Drew Brees elite. And that's why my number's at 10.5. Who dat?
Who dat? Awesome. Thank you, Ed. We get a gift of a game on Sunday night, so let's get right to it here. 2 division rivals facing off in Pittsburgh. Of course, we've got the Browns and the Steelers. The 3-seed Steelers lost 4 of their last 5 to end the season after starting 11-0, including that loss in Cleveland last week. Of course, several key players were out resting in that one, including Big Ben. Those players are now back. Pony, the Browns are without head coach Kevin Stefanski, multiple coaches and players also testing positive for COVID. This is their first postseason since 2002. I think the Browns are sitting there saying, why can't we have nice things? They go into this one without those players and their coaches. And can the Steelers cover the spread here in this one at 6?
They better. Football gods hate the Browns. I mean, let's just call it what it is. They don't have their head coach. Their best offensive lineman now, Joel Bitonio, is out. He is a guy that anchors one of the best rushing attacks in the entire NFL. It starts up front in the trenches, and now you get Cam Hayward and TJ Watt back in. They didn't play in week 17. That's an all-pro and probably the defensive player of the year. Lisa, it would be an embarrassment if the Steelers don't cover this line. They preach how important head coaches, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, 3 and 50 years, and now they're facing a team without one. They should blow out the Browns, beat them big.
Yeah, you see they're only averaging 20 points per game over their last 3 games. We see where that's trending. Okay, team, that's a look at the Sunday matchups. We previewed the Saturday games earlier in the show, so you now have picks for every wild card game coming at us. So now you can head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bet. And you guys, check this out. New users take advantage of a huge odds boost. It's right there on your screen. Just sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you'll unlock this odds boost 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. Okay, John Sheeran, I'm coming right back to you. Get a lot of questions each and every week. Bettors wanting to know which teams are seeing the most action right now. What are you seeing for this weekend's games? Who's getting the most action?
Lisa, it's the Buffalo Bills. 88% of the money on the spread has been for Buffalo. Everybody's buying into it. I'd rather talk about the most surprising one, though, and that's definitely the Chicago Bears. I'm seeing only a ratio of about 2-1 for the New Orleans Saints at 9.5. I would have expected to see a way higher ratio of money for New Orleans. The Bears offense just a complete struggling going in against the Saints defense, and that for me is the most surprising one. Interesting at 9.5. Our numbers only make it 8.5, but a lot of the market's at 10 despite all that money for Chicago. So that's an interesting one to watch between now and kickoff on Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. Great perspective as always. Always appreciate you. Several players who could be taking the field this week will be returning from injury, including Rams quarterback Jared Goff, who missed last week, recovering from that thumb surgery. Pro Football Doc David Chow has more on these players and how their injuries could impact their play on Wild Card Weekend.
All right, let's talk about some key injuries for Saturday's wild card round. In the first game, the big question mark is Cole Beasley. Can he return to play with his knee issue for the Buffalo Bills? And I think he has a reasonable chance to return and contribute, and Buffalo is among the healthier teams in these playoffs. In the second game, the question mark is Jared Goff and his thumb. I think he can return to play and will return to play this week. He had surgery on the thumb, but even before the surgery, he finished the Week 16 matchup without tape or a splint on the thumb. And the question mark is, will there be any rust throwing to Cooper Kupp, who's coming off of COVID protocol himself, so no practice. And finally, Mike Evans, I think, is unlikely to play. He avoided an ACL tear, but with a bone bruise and swelling, even if he does suit up, he may not be effective. So I think Tampa's going to have to look to Chris Godwin and perhaps new acquisition Antonio Brown to get it done against the Washington football team.
Okay, thanks, Doc. Hey, I'm feeling the futures vibe right now, so let's see if you guys can make some winning futures bets here. Before these guys give their picks, a reminder, new users on the FanDuel Sportsbook app get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Use the promo code right there. Big, bold letters, more ways, 1,000 when signing up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. All right, guys, take that $1,000 risk-free bet. Give me your best value conference winner. Dave, who you got on this futures bet?
Well, you know, the Packers have the bye, but I think the Saints are good enough to go in there and end up winning the NFC. So at plus 270, 280 now, I'm going to put $1,000 on the Saints.
The Steelers are the best value, and I'm not saying that because I'm a homer, Lisa. They're 10-1. You got Ben Roethlisberger rested. They had no bye week, and they've got the best defense in the AFC.
Your value is in the AFC because the Chiefs seem to be a foregone conclusion. The Titans, though, have the fourth best offense in football, and yet they're plus 1,600. Give me Tennessee.
There you have it. Hey, guys at home, take their advice. They've been doing it all year long. We've been asking them to place their futures bet from the very beginning of the season. Check it out. Got to give them some props.
I don't think there's any chance that they get 6 wins, let alone 7.
Very overrated team. The bet's going under.
Le'Veon Bell under 6.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns.
There's a shift here in the guard with Ridley maybe getting the lion's share of the reception from Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go under on Jones.
Allen Robinson over 999.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to take them to win the AFC North.
Here's a situation where I love the player, but don't love the number. I do not have Zach Ertz getting to 924.5 receiving yards.
Future bet on the Bears to make the playoffs.
The Tennessee Titans, they can win the AFC South.
Bet the Washington football team to win this division.
I like to call that little segment, I told you so. Look at all those cha-chings. How'd you guys feel? You guys don't get a lot of time to brag on yourselves, so I thought, we take the time to do it ourselves. Pony, hit some winners. How'd you feel?
We didn't have enough time to show all the bets we got wrong, I think is my takeaway from that montage. It's only a half-hour show.
Dave?
Pony, what do you mean you're not a homer? You picked the Steelers on every single segment, so forget about that.
Hey, where were your Falcons futures in there?
Ed, you hear something?
Dave. Where are those Falcons futures? And then, of course, you abandon the Browns, and then they make the playoffs.
There it is. All right, you guys. Happy Super Wild Card Weekend to everybody. Thanks to our experts, and thanks to you for watching. Enjoy kickoffs, and good luck with your bets.
TVG Saturday. Winter Racing turns up the heat with a 6-furlong sprint. Fillies and Mares in the Grade 3 Los Cienega Stakes from the Great Race Place. Catch it Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, a brushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerry Radcliffe, Europe on the phone. On adjuge Monsieur Henry Magner. On adjuge Monsieur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge 975 000 euros.
TVG Saturday. Older horses duel at a mile in the Grade 3 Tropical Turf. Greatest stakes action on a winning card of racing from Gulfstream Park. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post, 12:05 Eastern, 9:05 Pacific.
What's up, bettors, and welcome to day 2 of Super Wild Card Weekend. We are here, and I'm excited you're with us. 3 more games on the schedule, and yes, you are in the right place. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I am your host, Lisa Kerney, and of course, as always, I am joined by the best in the business. Our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. See how that works? Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to place this a little later in the show as well. It's easy, it's legal, it's so much fun. So let's get this party started and let's get right to these games. 3 matchups ahead of us. First kickoff, 1:05 Eastern time from Tennessee. You got the 4-seed Titans hosting the 5th-seeded Ravens. Guys, this is a rematch of their Week 11 game. The Ravens beat the Titans in that one 30-24 in overtime. It was it was a thriller. It was awesome. Expect a lot of focus in this one on the ground game as well. When you look at the 2 best rushing teams in the league, you've got the Ravens ranking first. You've got the Titans at second. Derrick Henry finishing the year with 2,027 rushing yards. That is best in the league. Dave, the Ravens are a road favorite here, giving 3. Which side are you backing?
Well, this is also a rematch of last year's playoffs where Baltimore got knocked out by Tennessee in Baltimore. This is different. This time they're going to Tennessee. That's been a good thing for John Harbaugh's team. They've covered every single time in a road playoff game, all the way dating back to 2012. I think they roll the Titans in this game. Lamar Jackson back at an MVP caliber. Mark Andrews is going to find the end zone a couple of times. J.K. Dobbins got a full season underneath him now. And Gus Edwards has really been the star, kind of that backup running back. He's had an awesome 5-week span. So I'm going to punch a one-way ticket to Blowout City. I think the Titans get crushed here. I love Baltimore.
Well, that's why, Dave, I think the alternate spread options at FanDuel are so appealing that I would take it from -3 and maybe move it up to like a touchdown for Baltimore. I'm with you. I think Week 11 is irrelevant and might as well have happened 5 years ago. I think it has no bearing on this game because these are two completely different teams right now. What happened in last year's playoffs doesn't matter. Look at Tennessee's defense the last 3 weeks. They give up 41 to Cleveland, 40 to Green Bay, 38 last week to Houston. That is the weakest link in this game. The Titans can't stop a nosebleed, and for that reason, the Ravens will score a ton of points, and they'll get a lead, and that takes Derrick Henry out of the game. Too much on Ryan Tannehill's plate. Baltimore, I'm with Dave. I hate to say it. It's a blowout.
Hate to say it, maybe the minus 184 is also a good play if you're that confident there on the money line. Guys, the next game on the Sunday schedule sees the 8-8 Chicago Bears headed to the Big Easy to take on the 12-4 Saints. Chicago running back David Montgomery, what a season, man. Stepped up his game really late on, scoring 8 touchdowns in his last 6 weeks. He had 2 total touchdowns in the 9 games before that. As for the Saints, they're playing very well in New Orleans despite having no fans in the stands here. They're averaging 31.6 points at home. That's tied for best in the NFC. Ed, Saints are 9.5-point favorites in this one. That's a big line. Can they cover that?
It's a big line, and it might even be bigger had that playoff thing not happened to New Orleans last year. I think the market may actually be factoring that in a little bit, but I love New Orleans in this spot. I made this point last week. I'm going to make this point again. When Mitchell Trubisky was on his winning streak late in the season, he was facing some below-average defenses. In terms of EPA per play out of 32 teams, those defenses ranked 30th, 21st, and 31st. Then he faced Green Bay, a top 7 defense, and he did absolutely nothing. And now he's going to face a Saints defense that's even better, 5th best at negative .013, anchored by Janoris Jenkins and Marcus Williams in that secondary. Now, offensively, I get Drew Brees maybe a little bit over the hill, but when he has Michael Thomas, things click. He finished in the top 2 in receiving first downs each of the last 3 years. When healthy, he's elite. Drew Brees is elite. My number is 10.5. Who dat? Give me the Saints.
Yes, Professor Egros, I attended your class last week when I picked the Bears against the Packers, and you told me don't do it, and I learned. So my bullet point here is going to point out that the Bears are not good against winning teams. They're good against losing teams, but they're 1-4 against the spread the last 5 times they've played a team with the winning record, and the Saints have an excellent record. And Mitchell Trubisky, lifetime against the Saints in 2 starts, 0-2, just over 200 yards passing in those 2 games on average. That's not going to cut it. The Saints get the job done. I'm going to call it 37-17.
Giving you the final score, 37-17. Might as well go over that 47.5. All right, we get a gift of a game on Sunday night. Let's get into this one, guys. 2 division rivals facing off in Pittsburgh. The 3-seed Steelers lost 4 out of their last 5 to end the season after starting the season 11-0. Pony, I'm sure you're rolling your eyes right now. Did have that loss in Cleveland last week, but of course several key Steelers players were resting, including Ben Roethlisberger. So they are all back this week. The 6-seeded Browns playing in the franchise's first postseason since 2002. But guys, can they not have nice things? Pony, the Browns are without head coach Kevin Stefanski, multiple assistant coaches and players due to COVID-19. You're the sports radio voice there in Pittsburgh. You know both of these teams very well. Can the Steelers cover that 6-point line?
Yeah, fun fact, Lisa, a team has never in the NFL playoffs covered a spread without its head coach. Not a single time. And that's the challenge the Cleveland Browns are facing without Kevin Stefanski. I remember what they were with an incompetent coach last year, Freddie Kitchens. They were terrible. They were a 6-10 outfit. Also, inexperienced quarterbacks in the playoffs. Not a good thing. Last 40 times a quarterback has made his first start in the playoffs outright, 10-30. They lose 3 out of every 4 games. So the Browns are really up against it. My question, Ed, John Sheeran, what are you doing with this line? The Browns don't have an offensive line coach. They don't have Olivier Vernon on defense. They don't have their number 1 corner. How is this only a 6-point spread? It's almost too good to be true, Ed. I love the Steelers.
Pony, shh. keep your voice down, do an alternate spread, make more money that way. That's probably what I'm going to do with this one as well. I absolutely love Pittsburgh. Absolutely terrible matchup for Cleveland. Look no further than the last couple of games. I believe Pittsburgh was roughly an 8-point dog in that one. They only lost by 2 with a backup quarterback. That's incredible. Not a better defense in America than the one that belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's caused Baker Mayfield a lot of problems in several meetings. I don't trust Ben Roethlisberger over the course of 4 playoff games, but I absolutely love him in this one. Steelers covered big time.
And, of course, the guy that you don't want to hear you talking about that, Ed, is going to join us in just a moment. But that's a look at all of the Sunday games on the schedule. And, hey, guys, FanDuel is giving new users a huge odds boost. You definitely want to take advantage of this. Check it out. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. When you make your first deposit, you're going to unlock this, an odds boost of 25-1 for a bet on any playoff game. So place a max bet of $5 on any team. You're going to win $125. It is the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, so I teased it. Let's get him in here. The guy that sets the lines for us at the FanDuel Sportsbook, the odds maker himself, John Sheeran. Hello, John. Hey, are you seeing any trends for these Sunday games that have you a little bit nervous about your position you're taking right now?
I guess it should be the Steelers after getting called out by the 2 geniuses that have just been on before me, Lisa. I think from our perspective, I think the most dangerous game is absolutely going to be the Bears and the Saints. Our numbers can only get this to 8.5. We've had to move it up to 9.5. But I've been really surprised by the money that I've seen for Chicago. It's only about a 2-to-1 ratio in favor of New Orleans. But I think this is a really good spot for the Saints, like the guys touched on. Since Breeze has been back and after the embarrassment that was the Eagles, the Saints have covered all 3 games pretty easily against the spread. And I think the recent Bear improvement has come from David Montgomery and Trubisky and the running the ball on the ground. Since that Eagle game, the Saints have really buttoned that up, though. They haven't given over 79 yards to any rusher in those 3 games, and that includes Dalvin Cook, albeit the game script didn't suit him ideally in that one. I think this happens again. We see, the failures of the Bears offense. I think we see the Saints cover relatively easy, despite it being a big number, Lisa. So that's the one that concerns us most.
All right. Thanks for that insight, Sharon. Thank you again. We'll see you in a little bit. Right now, you guys want to turn our attention to some hardware we got to hand out. It's imaginary, but still, it's a congratulations to our FanDuel winner from last week. Ed Egros, you used a calculated strategy. No surprise here. Pulled out another win to defend your title. And can I just say, what a nice headshot. You hit on the Packers covering, missed on the Jets to beat the Patriots straight up. You only bet $1 virtual dollar on each of those. Your big money winner, though, Ed, you bet the Titans and Texans over with your remaining 98 virtual dollars. Cha-ching. You made nearly $89 on your $100 bet. How about that? Return on investment, Ed. Ed's going to get to defend his crown in just a moment. But first, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. Megan Nunez is with us this week. You may know her on Twitter as Megan Making Money. Here's how this competition works. Our bettors get 100 virtual dollars to place one bet on a spread, money line, and total for the Sunday games. Megan is up first. Good luck. Tell us how you're betting that money.
Happy Sunday to everyone but my competition. My first bet today is going to be the Ravens spread for $50. Ever since Lamar Jackson has come back after having COVID, him and this team have really linked up. They've kept the ball moving, and not to mention that Titans defense looks like a block of Swiss cheese. Secondly, I'm taking the Browns money line for $20. It's a narrative that I love and can't get away from, and think the dog pound pulls it out here. Lastly, for $30, I'll take the Saints and Bears under. Let's have a Sunday.
All right, there you have it. Megan putting 50 virtual dollars on the Ravens, giving the points there. 20 on the Browns to win it outright. I think our guys have something to say about that. 30 on the Bears, Saints under as well. We're going to see how those bets play out. All right, Dave, Pony, and defending champion Ed. Same drill for you guys here. 100 virtual dollars. You have that money. You have to bet one spread, one money line, and one total for the Sunday games. Dave, let's get through your picks here. Do you have the Browns on the money line?
I do, believe it or not. The reason that spread is only 6 ponies because the Steelers stink. That's why. I'm going to start with the Ravens, also like Megan. I'm going to take -3 and bet $50. I was starting to think that we were going to have the same thing all the way down the line. 50 to win on the Ravens for me and Megan. 20 on the Browns on the money line for Megan and myself. But we go flip-flop on the total in the Saints-Bears game. She's going to go under. I go over. I think this game goes over because of the Saints offense more so than what the Bears are going to bring to the table. But that's the differentiator in our selections right there. I'll take the over.
I'm with Lisa. I don't even really want Ed's picks. I think I want him to just tell us about the graphic, the picture of himself. That was unbelievable. No facial hair there for Ed.
Right? Amazing.
I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with all Bears Saints here. I like Chicago spread. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the points here, believe it or not. I'm waiting for Drew Brees to have a big game since he's come back here. He was terrible against Kansas City. The Panthers turned it over 5 times. This is a pretty good defense, so I think the number is too high. I'm going to take a small shot, $20 on the Bears money line. Value there. Don't love it, but I like it. And then I'm going to have the game going under. That's the only way Chicago really stays in the game. The game script has to be low scoring, so I'll do that for $30.
I think that headshot was from about 8 years ago, and a few things have changed since then. Why not find something from today? I'm sitting right here, guys. Right here. Just take a snapshot, something. Maximum volatility, that's how I play because I'm playing to win. $1 on the Saints covering. Do not let last year's playoff exit fool you. Saints are going to blow out Chicago. And then I have $1 on the Steelers money line. They know how to beat Cleveland, so no big deal there. And then my last $98 are going to go on the Ravens-Titans over. No team has hit more overs this season than the Tennessee Titans. They're also the 3rd fastest situation-neutral pace of play for Football Outsiders. They also don't have a defense to contain Lamar Jackson. Expect a lot of points in that one.
All right, no, we have a really unique opportunity here, Ed. Did you actually submit this photo, or did we scour the internet to find it and just really glorify this moment? Like, where did this come from?
How many pages of search engine did you have to go through to find that one? That's not even.
And
like
I love
in
your
my
facial
phone.
expression. I don't know what you're trying to say there with that look, but there's something to it. I don't know what it is exactly.
I think it was, don't ever use this headshot of me. That's what the expression was, and sure enough.
We all have a bad one. It's a gift that we got to find yours, so thank you, Ed,
I got it at the
for that moment.
That's right.
All right, you guys. There you go. Time now to talk daily fantasy as we turn our attention to this. How you can turn just about $4 into $300,000. Pretty good ROI. We talked about return on investment earlier in the show. If you play this thing right, it's going to be good. Enter the FanDuel Sunday Million Contest right now on FanDuel.com and on the app as well. Of course, our job on the show is to help you win all that money. So we're hooking you up with the best plays for your lineup. FanDuel Editor-in-Chief JJ Zacharyson is in-house with his favorite plays for this Sunday wild card games. Hey, JJ.
I really like the Baltimore Ravens to score a lot of points this weekend against Tennessee, and that starts with Marquise Brown, who's $6,300 on this slate. After a really slow start to the season where Brown's peripheral numbers didn't really match his production, they've finally started matching his production. He finished the year top 20 in air yards, and he's averaged almost a 35% target share per game over his last 6 contests. The Ravens have the 2nd highest implied team total this weekend, and it's the highest on this Sunday slate. And it's because they're facing arguably the worst defense in the playoffs, which is Tennessee. So I want pieces of this Ravens offense, and an obvious place to start is with Marquise Hollywood Brown. And then you could also go to J.K. Dobbins, who's $6,800. The Ravens really started to lean on Dobbins down the stretch. He saw over half the team's running back rushes across his final 9 games, including 11 or more carries in all but one of those contests. Now, there is some downside with his receiving because the Ravens don't utilize their running backs that much out of the backfield. And they're also a pretty run-first team. But like I said with Marquise Brown, the Ravens have a high implied team total. This game in general could be high scoring, and Tennessee gave up the 6th most adjusted fantasy points to running backs during the regular season, so I like J.K. Dobbins. And then finally, Allen Robinson. He didn't have a strong outing last week against Green Bay, but that's also one of the tougher matchups in the league for a top wide receiver. This week, Chicago's a big underdog. Because of that, they should be throwing the ball more than usual. That means more volume, and Allen Robinson has seen over 25% of Chicago's targets this season. So I think Robinson should see a lot of volume in this matchup, making him a good play at $7,200.
Thank you, JJ. Thanks for those plays, and also enjoy the games this weekend on Sunday. Follow JJ on Twitter at LateRoundQB and use JJ's information for a shot at winning $300,000 in the Sunday Million Contest. It's right now on FanDuel.com. And again, only about $4 to enter with a prize pool of $1.5 million. You can find it at FanDuel.com and on the FanDuel app. All right, back to sports betting now. We previewed all of today's wild card games earlier in the show, but did you know you can double, triple, quadruple dip, keep going in the same game? Yep, it's called Same Game Parlay. You can make that parlay bet right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. In fact, we're going to do a little of that ourselves. The bet is self-explanatory. Same Game Parlay lets you dramatically increase your payout when you combine wagers for the same game. So let's rock this thing out, guys. Dave, give us a winning Same Game Parlay for these Sunday games. What game do you like?
I love the Baltimore game, and I love them to win big. I think they score on every single touch, so I'm going to take them on the four-way margin for them to win by at least 14 points. I think they blow out the Titans, and I'm going to take the over on the alternate all the way up to 62.5. So if they win 43-20, which they're going to do, we're getting 10-1 on this parlay now all of a sudden.
All right, Dave, I'm going to Steelers-Browns, or the Dave Weaver Bowl. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to cover 6. I think that's an easy component or aspect of this. I'm going to take the Steelers to go over 27.5 points. They scored 22 with Mason Rudolph at quarterback last week against Cleveland. Now Big Ben is back. I think they go under their own total. But I think the game goes under because the Browns offense doesn't have a play caller. Kevin Stefanski calls their plays. We know he's out for this game. So you put those three things together, you get a nice juicy payout.
Let's go back to the Titans-Ravens game, and if you're going to do the sensible thing, you're going to take the Titans to win from 1 to 13 points, but I'm also expecting a lot on the scoreboard in this one. Home total points over 25.5, away total points second half over 13.5, $50 bet scores more than 340.
Awesome stuff, guys. You can tail one of our guys, or hey, build your own same game parlay. You can do it right now in the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just click on the game that you like, click on that same game parlay tab, watch your odds increase. Hey, be creative, have fun like our guys. Pick a game that you like and just have at it. And hey, FanDuel's offering a special promotion if you place a same game parlay that's at least 3 legs and the odds are plus 200 or longer. Take a look. If you lose exactly 1 leg of that bet, FanDuel will give you up to $25 in site credit, so make sure you take advantage of this special promotion for these Sunday games, and you can do it today. All right, good stuff, guys. John Sheeran coming right back to you. I get a lot of questions each and every week of the season. Bettors really wanting to know what teams are taking the most action, so you're the guy to tell us that. What's the answer?
Well, the guys have told you already, Lisa. It's all about the Steelers. -6, 85% of the money's been for Pittsburgh. Obviously, COVID, the big concern for the Cleveland Browns. But I think everybody's forgetting the struggles offensively that the Steelers have had. Bar that comeback win where they looked dead and buried against Indianapolis, they didn't manage to score 20 points in the 4 previous games. And even the 2 games before that they did score more than 20 points came against teams like the Bengals, for example. So I still think the Steelers offense has got something to prove, and I think 6 is a relatively big number, but it hasn't stopped anybody in your studio or any of the public either.
I'm writing that down. Relatively big number, but our guys are laughing at that line. So we will see how that plays out here on Sunday. All right, Sharon, thank you, and great perspective as always. Appreciate you. As you know, injuries are always a factor at this point in the season. Pro Football Doc David Chow joins us now with information on the health of these teams as we roll into Sunday and these teams that are taking the field for today's games. Hi, Doc.
All right, for Sunday's 3 wildcard games, the first matchup is the Ravens against the Titans. And playoff teams are usually the healthy ones. The Ravens and Titans, despite losing their left tackles early in the season, are both relatively healthy. In the second matchup, there's a little bit of inequity. The Saints actually, contrary to popular opinion, are among the healthier teams. They will get Michael Thomas back and effective. Alvin Kamara makes it under the wire for the COVID protocol. And Sheldon Rankins returns, so they should be fairly healthy. And the Bears are among the more banged-up teams. Their newest injury is to key inside linebacker Roquan Smith, who dislocated his elbow by video, and I don't think will make it for this game. In the finale Sunday night, Browns versus Steelers, COVID is the concern, where the Browns have lost a couple of players to COVID. But more importantly, their practice facilities will be closed most of the week, so no time to install new plays and new schemes against the Steelers team, where they had to show all their plays to win in Week 17 to get into the playoffs. So uphill battle for the Browns.
All right, thank you, Doc. So now you have the injury information. You also heard the guys' picks against the spread earlier in the show. But can any underdog pull off the upset? I'm always all about the plus money. You guys know that. An easy way to get that return is by betting the dogs on the money line. So, guys, give me a team that you think is on upset alert here on Sunday. Dave, you first.
I don't understand the infatuation with the Steelers. They've lost 4 out of 5, and the game that they won was gift wrapped by the Zebras. They gave the Steelers every PI call, and when the Colts needed one, they wouldn't throw the flag. They should have lost that game, too. The Browns win this game. Give me the Browns on the money line.
Dave, you sound like a guy that had the Colts in that game. But anyways, I'm going to take the Bears, and the Saints better be on upset alert. They lost this game last year to the Vikings, to the last team into the playoffs. They've lost to a 7-9 Seahawks team under Drew Brees and Sean Payton. You know, Mitch Trubisky, I know, laugh at him all you want. 0-2 against the Packers, 6-1 against everyone else. I think the Bears have a shot.
I'm taking the Titans here. Play action game for Ryan Tannehill has been absolutely stellar. A.J. Brown might be the best receiver as far as running in routes. Corey Davis shouldn't have a case of the drops like he did last week. Anthony Firkser, Jonnu Smith are underrated tight ends. I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
All right, something for everybody on today's slate. Thank you, guys. And all right, gamblers, head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app to take a look at the odds for each matchup here on Sunday. See if there's a money line bet that you like. Remember, picking an underdog to win outright means plus money. We can all use a little bit of that. All right, cashing in on a futures bet you made before the season started usually pays plus money as well. All the way back in the preseason, we started asking our guys for some futures bets they thought would hit and pay big. Oh, they don't get a lot of time on this show to brag about themselves, so we're going to do it for them. This is a segment called I Told You So.
I don't think there's any chance that they get 6 wins, let alone 7.
Very overrated team. The bet's going under.
Le'Veon Bell under 6.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns.
There's a shift here in the guard with Ridley maybe getting the lion's share of the reception from Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go under on Jones.
Allen Robinson over 999.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to take them to win the AFC North.
Here's a situation where I love the player but don't love the number. I do not have Zach Ertz getting to 924.5 receiving yards.
Future bet on the Bears to make the playoffs.
The Tennessee Titans, they can win the AFC South.
Bet the Washington football team to win this division.
Yes, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm throwing my pen. I'm throwing things around. Money's being made all over the place. Dave, any picks you're most proud of? I like that last one.
Yeah, my Vic Fangio head coach of the year. That would definitely be the one. Not. We left that one out.
Yes, thank you. Pony, you had to choose Pittsburgh, didn't you, to win the division?
Well, I picked up on a trend. I think I made all my best picks while I was on vacation. You could see my vacation house in the background, and I was barely sober on that trip. So maybe I should have adopted that strategy on shows that followed. That might be the reason why I don't have more picks that went well this year.
Yeah. You know what? FanDuel will send you back on vacation. Just go post up. You're nice and relaxed. And you hit on a couple of player props. Nice job. Well done.
Thank you very much. The unders are always tricky because you have to, do that fine line between like not being insulting and saying nice complimentary things while also making money out of the deal.
Yeah, those guys are sensitive. Let me tell you. All right, you guys, let's move on here. I'm feeling the futures vibe. Great stuff by you guys in the preseason and as we rolled throughout. So let's see if you can continue to make some more money on these futures bets. Before these guys give their picks, a reminder for you, new users, on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Just use that promo code right there on your screen to spend there the whole show. More ways 1,000 when you sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account. Guys, take that $1,000 risk-free bet right now. Give me your best value conference winner. Dave, coming right back to you first. Who you got?
Well, to win the AFC, the Ravens are going to have to do it all on the road, but that's been a good thing. They can do that. They have the defense to beat the Chiefs. They obviously have a high rolling offense right now. Give me plus 600 on the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl.
I like the Steelers at 10-1. They've got the best defense in the AFC, much better than Buffalo. We know that. And the Chiefs would struggle down the stretch. I think the Steelers have a shot.
Tennessee Titans made a run last year. They can do it again, and with 16-1 odds, I love that payout.
Ed, you are welcome to my Super Bowl party when we congratulate the Chiefs. Pony and Dave, you've got a little bit of work to do, my friends. All right, guys, make sure to sign up for your FanDuel Sportsbook account right now to place your bets. Remember, use that promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. Again, it's easy, it's legal, it is live right now. You just take your winnings if you hit and get your money back if you don't. It is the best mulligan in the business. And that'll do it for us. Happy Super Wild Card Weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging with us and watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Enjoy these Sunday games, and good luck with your bets. We'll see you back here next week.
TVG Saturday. Older horses duel at a mile in the Grade 3 Tropical Turf. Graded stakes action on a winning card of racing from Gulfstream Park. Play Saturday. Gulfstream, first post, 12:05 Eastern, 9:05 Pacific.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 800-345-5943. That's 800-345-5943.
TVG Saturday. Winter Racing turns up the heat with a 6-furlong sprint. Fillies and Mares in the Grade 3 Los Cienega Stakes from the Great Race Place. Catch it Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30.